D. Rogers, 6 a.m. It was up since 2. Yeah, I'm here because I just made my first poster. I'm gonna create a series of motivational posters because like one of my things that I want to do is be able to be a part of everyone's daily routine that are very important to me and that I care about. So this is just one of those ways that I'm doing that. Creating motivational posters. They're downloadable. You can put it as your screensaver. It's a reminder to, like, you know, do what you got to do. But yeah, it's just gonna be a reminder to make sure you guys just have something to look at. And in the future, it would be awesome if like every one of my like clients or people in my Facebook group, every one of my YouTube subscribers and all that, like have something like that in their room, just because it motivates them, because they know my story. What's my name? And they see, oh, Dakota Rogers Coaching, and then they see my face, and then they see the words on the poster, instantly like be inspired. Like, okay, like even if they're not working with me particularly, like in their own lives, even if they're not even like coaches, like I forgot, I should be killing it right now. He's getting up at 4 a.m., 2 a.m. every day, going to sleep at 11 p.m. every night, like putting in work, working his job and building his business. And like he's emotionally stable, he's consistently posting every single day, and you know, he's taking care of his body, meditating, doing yoga. I want that energy in my life, so I feel like I want these posters. And that's why my name, my business name is Dakota Rogers Coaching, because like this is just me. Like this is me, this person to person. What I want to do for the coaching industry, like I really want to bring authenticity like into it. For you to be a business, you just got to get a piece of paper. Like business is actually about helping somebody with their problems. Like it's about person to person. Like without the person, you don't have a business and nothing happens. Now without that paper, you may not technically have a business, but you can still help somebody, right? Okay. So I'm saying, more important, the relationship or the paper? One of the things I believe is that small successes are the most important ones over time. You build up, like you get a big ass win out of nowhere and it'll be like, okay, like that was just a fluke. But if you have a lot of like small successes over time, like it's different. Like you're like, okay, it's not a fluke. Like I've been doing 10 push-ups every day for the past 30 days. Like the fact that I could do 20 today is not a fluke. I've been working out. But if you just do 20 one time out of nowhere, it's a bit different, because then it's like, maybe I could do it, maybe not. I'll probably just, it's just because I had a monster, so I had a lot of energy that specific day. So it is important to love your small wins. Stop the stop sign, baby. Good morning, yeah. We hit Dark Vlogs. What's up? One thing that I wouldn't say rule, but it's something cool that I developed. One of the things I think about, is it worth it, is the breakage of a habit. So, like, is it worth, like, for you to stop doing something, is it worth breaking that habit? Then you think about the results of breaking that habit times 10. Like, what if it would take, it takes 30 days to form a habit. So if you didn't do the specific thing you're forming a habit for, let's say it's like doing 10 push-ups a day. I like doing an example, it's really simple. Gives you a very clear image. If you do 10 push-ups a day, you've been doing it for like 2 months. You're trying to make the decision today on whether to do these simple 10 push-ups. It's simple now because it's a habit. It could be any complex thing, but if you're doing it for 60 days straight, like it's nothing, it's light. You gotta think about it like this, like, okay, if I don't do it today, better yet, let's say the habit isn't formed. 15 days. If I don't do it, I'm gonna have to get back to 15. So you don't do it on the 16th day, you think, it's gonna take 15 days to start this back up again. No, it's gonna take 150 days. And look back at when you're trying to form your last habit. Didn't it take a lot longer than you expected? Like, you thought, oh, okay, like if say you had a 9-day streak, I bet you it took you 3 months to get back on that 9-day streak. You can tell me if I'm wrong, but I find that is prevalent. So, even your breakage time of like habits, and think about the willpower, right? Because at first it's like, you gotta try, you have to try, right? Gotta execute on willpower to be able to do this, something that you're extremely new to. So imagine how much consistency and willpower it took, and energy and focus. Now, not only is the time multiplied by 10, but all that is multiplied by 10 too. So now think about it. Am I gonna do these 10 push-ups today at the risk of having to do all that over again? Are you? I want to give you guys another little quick trick. The same energy and, you know, the same thinking or logic you use to doubt yourself or worry about the things that might happen that are bad, really the same energy you can use to worry about, shit, what if this goes amazing? So it makes sense to, you know, whenever you think like, oh fuck, like I could die today, you could also think, wow, today could be like the best day ever, right? Now, it's not easy, obviously it takes time. However, your words carry energy, and we all know that energy is neither created nor destroyed. It's just transformed into something else. So, you gotta transform your words, your energy that you create, into something that's positive. Everything I talk about is just, you know, really simple. Really, really simple. It almost seems like common sense, almost, after you learn the theory behind it. But it's just the how. It's kind of, I don't know, it's actually doing it, applying it is the tricky part. If you guys have a thought of doubt, I suggest you guys write down, what if, right? Write that down. And 3 positive things that could like replace that doubt that you're having in my mind. Let's say you're like, oh, you know, you have a chronic fear of having illnesses. See, like, you know, that thing where you search, like, oh, you search in Google and you're scared to go to the doctor because you feel like you're sick somehow. Oh, what if it's just pain because I'm working out and I'm building muscle, right? If you've been running a lot, or, you know, you start to get knee pain and you think it's like, oh yeah, I've got a broken knee. Okay, you being out of breath on the track after running. Now, this is a different type of example. We all know that, okay, if you're running, obviously you're gonna get out of breath. Why is it that if we're not running and we get out of breath, then, oh shit, I might be coming down with asthma? Why do we think that? No, it could be just maybe it's just that day. Like, what if you're perfectly healthy and you just decided that, hey, you know, I'm gonna be out of breath today, but for no particular reason. Like, it's not because you have asthma. The point of this, break logic, right? Because you may look at this and it's like, oh, that just makes sense. Like, why am I just gonna get out of breath? Well, it's just a different type of thinking that you're not used to. Unreasonable type of thinking. That's a good thing. Being unreasonable is a great thing. Try it out. First, set a goal. It's probably unreasonable. So you're like, oh, I want to be a millionaire. When you're dead broke, right? But then when it happens, you're like, oh, it just took time and application, right? Nothing's unreasonable. So let's get into that mindset. Let's make 2020 an unreasonable year. Good morning, y'all. Back again with these dark vlogs. So I had an amazing coaching session with my coach, and I just want to tell y'all, 2020 Oh my gosh, I feel like I say this every single day. Like, if I get tired of it, just let me know. But like 2020, oh my gosh. You got the right mindset. I feel like everything is really simple and everything feels natural and everything's really just authentic. And when it comes to high quality, high value things, lately I've been having a lot of things, you know, in my personal life and business life that just show me that high quality things takes effort, takes time, like consistency over time. And, you know, if you don't have the right mindset, then like whatever you're going for, that journey will eat you alive. You don't have the drive for something. That's why it's good to pick something you're passionate about, because over time, like your results will accumulate more and more and more and more and more. If you don't have the passion for something because you're not seeing results like right away, then you're gonna take yourself out the game before you even get to swing the bat. The high quality stuff, think of baseball. The first swinger is not the, you know what I'm saying? It's not the guy that just, it's just, you're looking to score. It's the fourth guy, and it's the setup that's so important of the first, second, and third just getting on base. The first batter could be your skills, right? Gotta have some skills. Second one would be your business foundations. Who you're targeting. What are you offering them? What's their problem? Learn your niche. And third one, sales. Scratch that. The third one is marketing. Organic marketing or digital marketing. Preferably organic. And the fourth one is sales, baby. Getting on those sales calls. That's the one that's gonna knock it out the park and bring everything home. This is baseball. Home run. It's not home run derby. No. Hey, home run derby, you get, you know, it doesn't even count. It doesn't even count. You're not playing a real game. You're just practicing. And nah, think baseball, yeah. Woo! High quality.
Oh yeah. 3 times the alkaline. Oh yeah.
Worth it. Breathe out. What is going on, guys? So, big changes. Fuck out the street. Big changes. Man, like that's what I just did my first 13-hour day. Man, it's just beautiful. Big changes. As I said, will be taking place. Finished recording the first 2 weeks of my program, the Authentic Charmander program. I'm just coming together. And I noticed that, I don't know if I'm doing it subconsciously, but the beginning of it is a lot of mindset focused. As it gets toward the end, it becomes more and more technical based. And I feel like the mindset portion of it is important for people to be able to believe that they can do the technical part of things. The way that that's happening is amazing. Is really truly amazing. Getting really super duper focused. Like, I just deleted like so many apps off my phone. I even deleted Apple Music and instead bought a Audible subscription. I really do love music. I love music. You know what I'm saying? It's a big part of, you know, who I am. However, you know, if I'm gonna serve my purpose better, I need to be listening and gaining more experience and being more present in the world. And then reflecting myself, not listening to other people's reflections live. Because I have a complete different experience with my own music, right? My music will be more reflective, not as artistic until I start doing my live poetry and stuff like that. It's something that's coming in the future. But my video production is more my music. Just really dope things happening. Still got bags, but at least my eyes aren't red. You know, I'm trying to. That's not good. I got crow's feet. Ah, shit. I never thought I would fuck. Ah, no. I never thought I would get crow's feet, yo. Wow. That's fine. I'm still beautiful. But damn, I want to live a life of vitality. Like, I got a baby face. I can't have a baby face with crow's feet. Damn. Life is really good. I'm getting a lot more focused. Every single day, really. Yeah. I just feel it. This year is gonna be different. Next year, I can't even imagine. I can't even really imagine next year. Like, cause this year is gonna be so crazy. I'm really focused on this year. But damn, if this year goes how I planned it to go, it's probably gonna go better than I planned it, cause it always does. I can never imagine the type of person I'll be next year, because it's just way better than I thought it would be. And I feel like it's an accumulation of me just not taking into consideration I've been doing this for 7 years behind closed doors. 7 years of hard work that was not seen by anybody. Effects of that is now coming into fruition now. Because I know it don't show up right away. It don't come right away. So those of y'all that be giving up in the first year, it's an accumulation effect. Be patient. Smooth as fast. It's in a really good space. More peaceful space. I recently in my recent video, I talk about love a lot. I'm about to make that transition and talk about peace. Peace is the new vibration I'm going for. Peace. That kind of makes me smile. Damn, I didn't do that. I just sit in this car for like 5 minutes, but day. A lot of people probably look at my life right now and be like, oh, this guy is successful. Just based on what I'm doing, the things I'm into right now. I take care of myself, self-care, how at peace I am. However, so I just want that to keep in mind when I say I'm gonna be successful. I mean the goals that I set for myself, not the success defined by other people. My goals. I feel like I'm definitely gonna be successful. I have like really big goals. Well, not reveal them. Crazy big goals. And one of the reasons I know I'm gonna be successful is because I always play full out in life. I don't hesitate to play to my full extent, financially, physically. You know, you on that 99th push-up, right? And then you hit 100. I'm gonna go 5 more, even if the goal is 100. And invest in myself. I'm saying I got cultural programs like 10K. I got 8K. I got some retirement. I'm investing. Like it's a no-brainer. You are what you attract. So I know I'm gonna attract people like that. I'm gonna attract the type of friends that play full out. My wife gonna play full out. When we come together, the energy gonna be crazy. When me and my friends work out together, achieve our dreams together, it's gonna be crazy. My clients' results is gonna be crazy because they're gonna be full out. So I feel like when you play full out, and I invite y'all to, if you're going through a situation where you're hesitating to take that risk, yo, go ahead, take that risk. You're not gonna die. If you're gonna die, don't do it. But I guarantee you, these ain't life-threatening decisions. You think they life-threatening, it's like, oh, my bank is on $100 in my bank account, like all that. You'll get it back. Like, you're not playing that shit full capacity yet. I bet you're nowhere near. Trust me, the lessons you're gonna learn from playing full out is gonna be a lot better than you inching crawling to your goals. Yeah, if you set your goal, you're already curling. Like let's walk, jog, then run. That's sprint. If you have the opportunity, if you ever have the opportunity to play full out in your health, emotional and spiritual, knock that out. When I was younger, I would say I was a hardcore introvert. Even now in some ways, I'm still very introverted, but yeah, I'm very balanced, and actually it enhances my life in a lot of ways. I'm very meticulous about who I choose to let into my life and who to keep in my life, who to let go of consistently, like every day. It's something that goes on in the back of my mind. However, when I was younger, I would say I was still very meticulous, but on a different side of the coin. You know, if the penny was meticulous, you know, there's heads and tails. It could be meticulous in a fearless way, or it could be meticulous in a shy way. Meticulous like overthinking, instead of just saying exactly what you want to say when you want to say it, because that's what you want to say, so you're gonna say it. Or you could be meticulous and like, I wonder what people would think if I did this. Nah. When you're shy, I wouldn't say shy, or when you're fearful and just overthinking about that sort of thing, man, like the people that you could have helped by saying exactly what you want when you know you're right and you have value to provide it's like you can save the world showing up in people's lives, whether that be a friend, a client, or even your own coach or mentor. Let's say, okay, I'm saying, you know, you're in a coaching session and you feel like hour-long coaching sessions don't work for you because, you know, you tend to lose focus with it. And you tell them like, hey, like I think 30-minute sessions will be better. Try it out, and it does. On focus, and it's like, okay, my time's a bit more precious now. I'm gonna take care of what I have to take care of, and because it accumulates, and eventually you come up with some dope sessions that increase the value of your program. It never came up, and I'm speaking from experience. I feel like I'm really speaking from a general sense right now, so it's like, you say that about anything and just say, oh, it has a positive perspective, but actually by me speaking up and telling my coach, like, I'll either go from hour-long sessions to 2 30-minute sessions and become a bit more focused. We came up with like, he just had doper strategy, like doper coaching sessions, and it was because I spoke up. I knew how I felt and I knew what I wanted. So I invite you to speak up when speaking with others in your life, even if you're an introvert. Like, speak up, say what you want, say what you need. Also, if you have a good idea, right? None of our social skills are up to par. I know at a point in time, I feel like my ideas were dope, very clear, very concise, but when it comes to talking and saying them out loud, they come out less than that, less brilliant than they seemed in my head. Now, it may not seem fair to some people who are not used to speaking their ideas in a clear and concise way. However, the idea that you want to say, or the idea in your head, the brilliance of that idea is just as important as your brilliance in delivering it. So, work on both. And how much of a genius are you if you can't even tell me what your idea is? How do I know that? Right? How are people gonna know you're there if you don't show up? Get loud. Make some noise. It's the link between mindset and your ability to produce the results that you want to get, accomplishing your goals. Well, how you view the world is important. When you sleep, your dreams are just your right brain analyzing everything that happened in the day and coming up with problems for it. So whether you know it or not, subconsciously and consciously sometimes, but it happens. You reflect on the world, and your reflections are limited by how you view the world. How well can you reflect or see a situation for what it is and not be like a negative Nancy? One person can see $1 as like, oh, it's just $1, it's not worth anything. Like, oh, I need to get paid more, and, you know, minimum wage sucks and all that. Another person can be like, wow, like this $1, like I'm 1/10 of a way closer to buying that book that I want to buy to invest in myself and learn how to get out of this job. $1 is exciting. Same thing with your goals. Like if you get a minor setback, like, you know, you reach 49 push-ups and you was trying to do 50. I feel like push-ups is such a great unit when talking about what I want to talk about. Damn, like I didn't reach 50. Or you could look at it like, wow, I'm just one more push-up away from 50. Like, this is about to be easy. I'm about to knock it out tomorrow. Completely different perspectives, and one gives you momentum and one gives you discouragement. One will help you live longer, and one will help you be stressed out and give up. People in my circle don't give up. We don't do that. I'll talk today about making your time more valuable to directly correlate with your actual goals. For example, you are in your journey right now valuing getting a six-pack, and there's a bunch of things you have to do. Dieting, there's certain types of working out, and there's different body parts that all will contribute differently, but they all don't contribute the same value to accomplishing your actual goal. For example, like if you're, you know, trying to get abs, or trying to work out a specific muscle, it's also important to work out the opposing muscle. You're not gonna get like a strong six-pack by working out your lower back and putting that as priority. Okay, you got the sit-ups, you got the toe touches, and you got the planks. You also got the dieting, right? Keep drinking beers all day. Probably not gonna get the six-pack. You might go ahead and get that beer belly, right? So what takes precedent? Like, what do you do first in a day? Do water instead of the beer? Do you do the sit-ups or the crunches, or do you do the lower back? And let's say that you didn't have time to do all of these things. What is going to be the thing that takes precedent? What contributes the most to you getting that six-pack? It's probably going to be the sit-ups themselves. So, knowing that, it also applies to your business goals, your categories of goals, or any type of goal. You gotta do the thing that contributes the most to that specific goal first, and then by way of what contributes the second most, and order these things so you spend the most energy, your most creative energy, your most confident energy in doing those things first, and making sure those things are complete. sometimes people get bogged down with inaction, trying to come up with like a perfect plan, perfect everything before they go ahead and execute. What that is, magic isn't in coming up with a plan. Nothing happens while you're just coming up with a plan. Magic is in the execution of that plan to do the work. Similar to being confident that you have the perfect workout plan. Okay, we're gonna do abs every day. No, I'm gonna do legs every day. And I'm gonna do biceps, triceps on Tuesday, Thursday, and Saturday. And I'm gonna do shoulders and calves on Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. Just so confident. But it took you 3 months to do all the research and what specific plan is the best, what specific muscles are best to work out on certain days. And in those 3 months, we had no gains at all. In those 3 months, you could have simply did like 100 push-ups a day, so 100 sit-ups a night, and would have been, just with that, you'd have been in much more greater shape than you are now, and been much closer to your goal, and learned along the way, seeing transformation, and adjusted along the way. Stop getting bogged down with plan and take action today. If you want to be a coach, make a video. If you want to be a coach, get on the phone with somebody, reach out to somebody. If you want to be a coach, then just coach. Like, there's no books, other books that you have to read to actually get started. To get better, yes, you have to invest in yourself, but to actually do what you want to do, get like Nike. Just do it. Just do it. I feel like these things need to curl down, but other than that, yeah, different. So I just want to talk about how this meditation for me has been working, inspired by the meditation of the Creative Factory by Jose Silva, where you can, it's a type of medication that puts you in a space where you can think of any idea that you need to create a solution to a problem. For example, you can go in a closet, or no, you're in a room and it's a closet, and you close the door and open the door, and whatever or whoever you need to solve your problem, to talk to or give you an idea, when you open that door again, that person or that thing will come out. So let's say you wanted to call on an advisory panel of 12 of the most brilliant people from all of history and in the past century. You can call on Abraham Lincoln, you can call on President Obama, you can call on all the presidents that you would want to advise you on a certain executive decision that you're making in your current business or current life. It's awesome. And I want to invite you guys to create your own sort of meditation that has that effect, to suspend you from reality, to be able to think outside of your limitations. I'm going to share mine that I created, and mine is, I'm Native American, and I want to call on my ancestors that I may know or may not know. So what I think of is, I think of me standing around a campfire. It seems very familiar. It's like, I'm at a powwow and there's a campfire in between, and we're just sitting around a campfire. And what I do is I imagine whatever I need. It could be a character, it could be an idea, it can be a thing, or it can be one of my ancestors to come out and give me advice from an ancestral perspective. So I'm thinking from maybe I'm a bit immature sometimes in my thoughts. It forces me to think from a place of wisdom. If you think logically about it, the logic side, somebody that doesn't believe in energy and things like that, you can guarantee that if you're imagining that you're getting advice from somebody that's your ancestor, you think wiser, you take your time and talk as if you have experience, and if you act as if enough, you will be. From an energy or a spirit or more spiritual perspective, for those of you that believe in grabbing ideas out of thin air, from manifesting and pulling energy from different people from anywhere around the world, and anything is possible when you think like this. It comes from the perspective that you, just like Edison, was it Edison? No, it was Einstein who grabbed ideas from his dreams for his mathematical equations and formulas that he came up with. It was not that he figured it out. He literally dreamed it and said, hey, he went to his lab and told all 100 of the people that work under him in different fields that, hey, this is the formula and you guys figure it out. And that's, him taking the credit for 100 of people that work under him. But he described him doing this as grabbing ideas out of thin air, or grabbing ideas from the environment around him. This essentially is a type of meditation that will allow you to do the same thing. And I invite you to make it personal, make it yours. See, mine makes sense for me. It just makes sense. I want to be more wise, and I decided that I want to be around a campfire. Around a campfire, it's very warm. It's very warm. It's very inviting, and everybody's just sharing stories that make sense to them. So I imagine the chief, one of the chiefs from one of my ancestral tribes. Even though I don't know much about my ancestry or my history, imagine it, and I pull wisdom from them, and the ideas I come up with. I'll ask that chief, hey, what do I need right now to move forward in my business? Or hey, what do I need right now to be more calm, more productive? What do I need right now to push my tribe forward? What do I need right now to take care of my family in the future, to be able to take care of my family in the future, become my own chief? What advice can you give me? I invite you guys to create this for you and have something that snaps you into it, or snaps you out of it. You can literally snap your fingers and like, okay, you're in the meditation, and then when you're done and you want the campfire to go out, or you want the door to close, you snap. And when you want the door to open again, you snap. To create a trigger in your mind, to have an anchoring system for creating these vivid imaginations. And over time, they'll become stronger and stronger and stronger, and you'll feel like it's more real, but it is real. I'm speaking more to the logical thinkers when I say it will become more real. So when I talk, I like to incorporate the different aspects of how people think. Not everybody's comes from a spiritual perspective. Not everybody comes from a creative perspective. Not everybody comes from a logical, logistical or statistical perspective based on real facts and grounded in reality. Me, myself, I'm grounded in, I'm not grounded actually. I'm more of a rosy-eyed thinker. I'm a visionary type. I'm a right-brain thinker, and I know that. I want all my theories to be too woo-woo, as they cannot relate to people that are introverts and introverted coaches that are coming to watch my videos, and they can't understand from which perspective I speak. That's just a reflection, But yeah, you guys, I'm telling you, this meditation is definitely key, and it's very calming, and I love it. And you guys can do it however you want to do it. Also, if you guys want some suggestions for some meditations that have been doing really good for me, you guys can hit me up or comment down below. I'll hook you guys up.
Love is not like a snapshot. It's more like the same way you always have to let it flow. Flowing from the past. Just overflowing. Really good. But not all I can Seamus and Tears.
Big key. Looking at yourself and realizing that most of the things you are is from your environment, and you unconsciously have had your views on everything from love to relationships to how everything should work in the world and how everything works by people that have been following other people. And it's like a game of telephone from generation to generation, all the way up to your ancestors who have had limited experience on Earth as a human race. Like we've experienced a lot more now, you know, these 2,000 years. It's about time to update those theories on how everything should work. Let's do it. Never asked myself, how do I define love? Even though I haven't pinpointed exactly what that is before, I know my beliefs about love and relationships have definitely changed over time. Me experiencing different types of love in my past relationships. As I continue and get into more relationships, I noticed that each relationship, the love I experience is more grounded in a higher purpose, like meeting or aligning together at a higher spiritual purpose. I believe love is not something that you can control. But just as I say that, that's a limiting mindset, because we are creators. We can create, and I believe that you can create love. Love is something that I believe can be created. I think depending on how two people align is directly related to the type of love that you can create with another person. Through every relationship, you'll create a different type of love. I don't believe you can love one person the same way you love another. Another thing about me is I've never been in love. I have loved different females, you know. I've had love from my bros, my brothers. When I say bros, I'm not necessarily family. Like, it's like, you know, somebody that's like you have love for people, you know, like a genuine. It's deeper than just caring. Like, we bond like on a different level. Like, man or woman, like you bond a certain way. Another thing about love is, I think love is definitely, I feel like I've always been this way. I've had problems with like sex and just having a lot, and I feel like having so much constantly, that didn't create, I don't believe that created love for me. Or maybe it was created simultaneously, like creating sex and creating love. They're both created simultaneously. That's an idea for another day. For me, I can separate sex and love very easily. At the same time, I'm not the type of person that likes casual sex. I wouldn't say I don't like it. I mean, I like sex, but I noticed that when I do have it and then I like consistently do it, it's an indicator. Now I now use it as an indicator that I'm off my journey, off my life path. I don't like casual. For that reason, I don't. I guess you can say I don't like casual sex, and I'm staying away from that at the moment. So love. Like you can, have sex, and make love. I don't think I've done that before. I'm a very passionate lover. I'd say a very passionate person in general, like even outside of sex. And don't think I've made love. You know what the funny thing is though? Like people be like, you can't have sex in a lot of weird places or whatever, but in the bed, outside the bed, fucking in weird ass places. But say like if you wanna make love, like it has to be in a bed or something like that. And then I feel like there's something to that to talk about why do people say that, because isn't it you create the sex, not the environment, or you create lovemaking, not the environment. So why do people correlate like making love it has to be in the bed? I don't know if you guys have heard of that. The guy who I was talking to, and he told me that. One of those late night, like long conversations. Some female, I forgot. I don't think I was made love before. I think that it has to do with, I guess, intimacy. And that's another thing. Like, sex can be really not intimate, and I've had like really not whole, but just not intimate, long, like sex, like for hours, but there was no intimacy because I didn't want to. That's when I was like having casual sex. But I think that maybe making love has to do with how connected you are, and it's more like a sacred environment that it has to be in. You gotta have sex anywhere. You can't create love anywhere. One thing I noticed in the Bible is that there is a lot of bloodshed over jealousy, and one way to mitigate that is never tell people what you plan to do. Don't when something's in motion, don't never tell nobody what you planning to do. Right? That's what you have a mastermind for. The covenant between you and your wife, or I'm not talking about your bros or the people you just call bros. I feel like that term is just used very loosely nowadays. Like people that you've told and decided, like, yo, like me, you, him and him, we gonna do this goal, and y'all actively working towards it together. Not something y'all plan up together. Y'all actually actively working together, meeting up every week and working on a specific goal consistently. Y'all built a crystallization of a bond that you can trust. Not even your family members, you could say, that's on that type of time, because not all families like have those meetings weekly. Like, hey, like this is what we about to do, or this is what we about to work on. So even your family members could truly be jealous of you, just because like we're of the same blood. That's like, just because we're of the same blood, that omits the feeling of jealousy. No, there's nothing that does that. There's no magic button that says, I can't be jealous of you. If you haven't made a covenant with with a person, don't tell them your plans. Don't tell nobody your plans. And when you complete your plan and you're successful, that's when you reveal the result of your plan. Right? That way, on your way to success, not only could that just cause like a lot less static in you and your relationships, but not that you have to decrease that just for the sake of others. Not saying that at all. However, when you do tell people your plan that are not within your mastermind, that you've built a crystallized bond with, then you're opening up the doubt in other people's mind to rise and increase and come into your conversations. The thought energy that's transcribed between you and that person, even the thought energy is infected with this energy of doubt. Like, oh, I'm gonna say like, yeah, I believe in you, but deep down inside, like, I'm like thinking like, nah, you can't do that shit. Well, I don't want you to do it. I don't want you to be successful. So just bear that in mind. A lot of people tend to worry about trying to become rich and trying to get money, you know what I'm saying, trying to get 6 figures, 7 figures, and everything in that nature. And at one point in my life, like, I was like, ooh, like, not for long, because I've never been a very materialistic person, but I was thinking to myself, like, damn, I want to, you know what I'm saying, I have money goals, like I said, goal for money. Realize now, like, why it's not as attractive as I think it is. What's really attractive is thinking about, like, why do I want the money? Like, what is really driving me to make this? You set a goal for money. Alright, what happens when you actually do reach 6 figures? Like, what then? You're gonna set another goal. You're gonna be like, alright, now I'm gonna reach 7 figures. And you reach 7 figures and you're like, alright, now I'm gonna reach 8 figures. And the reason why you really wanted the money is something simple. Like, you just wanted time to play more with your children, right? I don't have children, but you can replace it with anything that you know, generally want deep down inside that you're not thinking about. You think that money is gonna help you do that. In reality, it's not. It's not the money. Change your thoughts to, like, okay, get more money. Like, that's cool. Everybody wants more money. I'm not saying don't get your money, but on your way to making money, like, you don't want to get depressed. And sometimes money isn't actually the answer that you're seeking. Sometimes you gotta dig deeper and ask yourself, like, okay, why do I actually want this money? Then look at it like, is this something that I can do right now? Like, spending time with your children. What does making more money have to do with spending more time with your children? That's time management. You just gotta manage your time better. So you can have that now on your way to making more money, of course. But you can have that right now. You don't have to delay your getting what you truly want, because you'll think it'll help you and life will make you happier. There is such a thing as delayed gratification, of course, you know what I'm saying? You don't want to keep having that cheeseburger every day, because, you know, it's not good for you. In like 10 years, you know, you'd be a slob, you know, your rebellion and all. So, you know, delaying gratification and delaying the things that you may want right now is good, because you want that 6-pack, or, you know what I'm saying, you want to go to the beach in the summertime and show off your body, which is a thing that I'm realizing. What's going on, guys? So if you're introverted anyway,
want to go into depth with unleashing your authentic charm, go to my website, dakotarogers.com. Schedule a free 20-minute chat. Comment down below the top 3 daily frustrations. I'll talk about it. Subscribe down below if you're into that sort of thing. Yeah, subscribe. I'm probably doing Facebook Lives like every single day. Just motivated. I decided this is my purpose. Helping introverts with using their introvert to their advantage in their business and their relationships and their lives in general. Dakota Rogers is soon to be top coach for introvert #1 in authentic charm method. Mark me.